Today I'm going to be reviewing the newest creation of 2021 for the House of Gucci, which is the Flora Gorgeous Gardenia EDP. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Ellie Smells. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe and click the notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's lovely to see you all again. The House of Gucci is celebrating 100 years this year. It was founded in Tuscany in Italy in 1921 by Guccio Gucci. And as you may know, that Gucci produced shoes, luxury clothing, bags, makeup and of course perfume. And their first fragrance was launched in 1974 and it was called Gucci No. 1 and it was a fragrance for women. I am going to be doing in separate videos more with the histories of the fragrance houses, just so that if you're interested you can click on those and find out a little more. So let's start with the bottle. As you will see, it's this beautiful bright pink. It's almost matte, but the surface is shiny, and then it's got the cut out corners almost like a picture frame, just framing the beautiful label with all these gorgeous flowers. Tim says it's like a beautiful Victorian botanical gardens. I say it looks like an English cottage garden where all those wild flowers are just growing freely, and then it's got the beautiful gold top. So that's the bottle. Please ignore. It's also got a lovely chip right in the corner there where I dropped it earlier. So I'll put my finger over that. So that's the bottle. The Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia Eau de Parfum is classed as a floral fragrance. And this was created by Honorine Blanc and also Alberto Morillas. I hope I've got his name right. And they've created iconic fragrances for such as Juicy Couture, Armani, Boss, and Alberto, he created the Daisy for Marc Jacobs, but the list goes on and on. So there's some really fantastic people that have worked on this fragrance, but now I'm going to give it a smell. Gucci actually launched an eau de toilette version of the Gorgeous Gardenia in 2012, which was a lot lighter. So as soon as you spray this, you are getting those floral elements, but it opens with pear blossom, and both Tim and I have said that you can definitely smell like a really ripened pear, quite sweet. And now that floral element of the heart, which has gardenia in it, and I absolutely love gardenia and jasmine, they're definitely coming into play more now. But I would say that there is a real sweetness about this fragrance. It's still quite elegant. However, both myself and Tim are not thinking that it is going to be the strongest of fragrances. But as it dries down, hopefully the base notes will start to kick in. And I think it's probably from those base notes that sweetness is coming from. Because in there you have brown sugar and patchouli. So your patchouli is going to give it that depth and that woodiness almost, which is going to make it last. And I think that definitely there is that brown sugar, sort of caramelly sweet sweetness of the base as well. So when we first sprayed this, it was funny because it reminded us of something. And I don't know if you're all familiar with those Haribo sweeties that's sort of like sweet, but sometimes a bit fruity. It's got that sort of element to it. But as it's progressing, that is just sort of drying down really nicely. I don't think this is going to be perhaps the longest lasting fragrance. I do think it's going to be more of a skin scent, and I did spray it on my skin a little while ago, and on me now it is smelling more floral. So I'm definitely getting more of those gardenia jasmine notes. The sugariness has seemed to have died down, which I'm pleased about, because sometimes those really sweet heady notes are a bit too much for me. They'd give me a bit of a headache. But this is one that I think is going to probably last on the skin maybe about 4 hours. I don't think it's going to be the longest lasting of fragrances. But then for something that you want that's going to be quite delicate, feminine, light, airy, and sort of like those lovely floral notes. I think this will be one that the ladies are going to love, or gentlemen. We have a lot of men that come into store that like the Gucci Bloom and things like that. Some of the floral notes smell very different on a man's skin. But yes, I'm preferring the smell on my skin to on the blotter, because it is, I would say it, although they class it as a floral, it's got a fruity floral note to it. But yeah, I'm pleased that the sweetness has died down. So if you think that that's going to be something that puts you off, please go and try, because on my skin that brown sugar hasn't lingered. I'm getting more of that lovely patchouli coming through, along with those gorgeous gardenia, hence the name, and jasmine notes. If the person in your life likes fragrances such as the L'Entité by Givenchy, or the Alien by Mugler, or the Yves Saint Laurent, the Libra, which has got those lovely patchouli notes, this is definitely a fragrance that would be a really good purchase for them, especially with the Christmas season just around the corner. So I do know that this at the moment is a really popular fragrance. As soon as this comes into store, it is just flying off the shelves, and it has been really popular with all age groups. Younger people, middle age and older ladies are all loving this fragrance. Again, like I always say, go try it on your skin, because everybody varies. What I love, somebody else might hate. What smells fabulous on me might smell not so great on them, which just reminds me of the original Flora by Gucci. I loved the smell on everybody else, apart from on me. It just did not smell great. It literally smelled very musky, unpleasant, just not something that I would ever go back to and wear. I had to really wash it off. But anyway, this one, I think, like I say, it's going to be a lovely fragrance. I think it's going to be more of a skin sense. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to wow everybody that you pass. I think it's going to give you a really lovely feeling if you like those florals with a bit of sweetness to it. And I can see sort of like it would probably last maybe sort of like 4-ish hours. I think definitely after that I would have to reapply. But again, everybody's skin is different. Some people find that something like this might last on their skin a good 6 to 8 hours. So go try and let me know what you think. And don't forget, like and subscribe and leave me a comment, because I've always been loving those. And if you want to know a little more about some of the other fragrances, Timbo's linked them. Anyway, bye for now. See you again soon.